Erika.tesla here. Welcome to my channel. If you are new and if you are returning, thank you for coming back. I just appreciate you deciding to click on this video. Today is just a super fun, super chill, get ready with me. I'll be sharing some of my favorite products that are from Black-owned beauty brands. Most heavily, you'll see me using Danessa, Pat, and LYS Beauty. Those are three brands that I love and adore. I use them on a regular basis. And I do have other brands that I would like to try, but honestly, these are the products that just have continued to make their way into my collection. So I thought that it would be fun to chat about these brands and do a look including them. As you may be aware, it is still February, it is Black History Month, and I thought it would be fun to just shine a light on some of the brands that are Black-owned, Black women-owned brands that I really enjoy. So if that is something that is of interest to you, please keep on watching and we will go ahead and get into the tutorial for this look. I'm gonna go in with the shade, oh my gosh, I had to turn my notifications off because like it's off the charts. Okay, so we're gonna go in with this shade Universal. And this is a really nice product for priming. I'm only gonna put it on my kind of more oily areas because this product, I do really like it. However, I think it is more ideal for people with more oily, hydrated skin. I'm really excited to try the new balm that Danessa's coming out with, or it has come out with. So I'm not gonna put that all over the face because I tend to, especially like around the chin area, it just kind of really attracts those like flakes and, you know, the dryness in my skin. But here is where I kind of tend to see more oil. So hopefully this will play well with the other products that I'm gonna use today. And then I'm gonna go ahead and I'm gonna do a little bit of underpainting, guys. LYS Beauty bronzer stick, guys. This has been through it. So I did receive this in PR from the brand. And I have a code with LYS, by the way. If you guys are interested, I will share that in the description box for you guys. But this one is in the shade Harmony. This is the No Limits Cream Bronzer Stick. When I got this, guys, it was a little beat up, but I'm telling you, like, I love this formulation. So I'm gonna go in with my Real Techniques brush here. I'm not giving up on this product. I'm going to use it until it's like completely finished. And I'm going to do kind of what I did in my previous video where I did a little bit of underpainting, but I'm going to just show you guys how I do it with the bronzer stick. And some people might prefer this to having like a whole face palette, but it's just so smooth and creamy and I really enjoy this formulation, guys. And I'm going to show you something really cute. They sent me during the holidays, and I don't even want to use this, but look at this blinged out bronzer stick. I do get some PR from the brand. I haven't received anything since the holidays, but look at how cute that is. And this is in the shade Courage. So Courage is a little bit deeper than Harmony. It's like the next shade down. So I will probably dig into this one in the summertime. I will use it and then just like keep the packaging because it's just so fun. And then I'm gonna go in with my LYS concealer, the Triple Fix Full Coverage Brightening Concealer. This is in medium Golden 5. And I use this all the time. In fact, it's probably, I've got a scrape in here because it's almost time for a restock. I'm always between this one and the Pat McGrath concealer, I think the Sublime Skin. Actually, I have that in my makeup bag next to me. I can show you guys. I use this one all the time. Like, look at my Pat McGrath concealer. This I wear in the shade Light Medium 14. And I do have a backup of this one, but I just want to show you guys, like, this is how much I love these concealers. Like, they just work. So those are the ones that I tend to alternate between. And I'm going to just put this all over the face. And I like underpainting just because it does make the need for foundation a little bit less. Like, I don't need to put as much foundation on when I underpaint. And we're gonna go ahead and blend this out. I'm gonna use my BK Beauty 106 brush. This brush is one of my favorites. It is not from a Black-owned brand, but it is from a woman-owned brand. And the brushes that they do. These synthetic brushes are really, really good. They've been worth it. I have put this brush through it. So I do have 2 of these. I have one, I think this might be the one that they sent me. They did send me their brushes, their original brush set at one point, and I use them all the time. They are fantastic. And I've purchased many of their brushes on my own as well, but I do really like this brush in particular for my complexion products. I like this, the 101 brush, both really good. But anyway, blending all of that, and this is just setting the tone, guys, for the products that I will be placing on top. So I am going to take my LYS Triple Fix Serum Foundation. As you can see, this is one that I use a lot as well. And I'm going to go ahead and put that on my palette. Sometimes I struggle with words, guys. I don't know what the deal is. I think it's like mom brain. Dip in here and apply that. And I like this foundation. It does have skincare ingredients in it, and I tend to have pretty good success with this foundation as far as wear time, finish. I get a lot of compliments on my skin when I'm wearing this foundation, and I think that was like 2 pumps. And you can see it is giving me a good amount of coverage without looking cakey. Like, I know you guys maybe can't see it on the screen, but I can still see my freckles. But it's definitely making the blemishes and skin variation a lot less prominent. So I want my skin to look like skin, but I also want to cover up some of the less desirable things that my skin does decide to do. And this foundation is really nice for that. And I'm going to take a little bit more around the chin and mouth area. I usually apply a little less foundation to like the upper 2/3 of my face, just because that skin is a little thinner. It's not in as much need of coverage. I usually tend to concentrate the foundation around this area just because I do have a lot more going on, and it's blending in so nicely. So there is that. So yeah, there we go. I really enjoy the foundation, and I probably will go back in over some areas with a little like touch more concealer. But moving on, the next 2 products I'm going to show you guys are the LYS Beauty brow products. These came out last year. This is the LYS brow pencil, Secure the Brow, and this is their brow gel. I did receive these in PR. I'm going to take the spoolie end of the brow pencil and just brush my brows up, and I'm going to take this brow gel, which is so cute, and I'm just going to brush a little bit through the brow hairs to hold them in place. Not that I have much brow hair. Not that I have much brow hair, but the little bit of brow hair that I do have tends to be very uncooperative. And as you can see on this side, and this has always been a source of frustration for me, my brow hairs grow in the complete opposite direction of the rest of the brow. Ever since I was little, it did that, and it used to be a lot more pronounced when I was younger and had much fuller brows. And it wasn't something I was particularly self-conscious about until I got to probably, you know, upper elementary, middle school, because that's about the time when kids start to like point out like your, you know, differences and things like that. And I became very self-conscious just about like all of the different things going on, and I just never liked it. And there were times when I have like tweezed this section of my brow out, which is such a horrible idea. I wish I'd never done that. I'm glad it came back because the rest of my brow hairs just fell victim to the early 2000s. So I don't love that my brow hair grows in this direction, but I'm still grateful to even like have hair there because it's a hot mess. It's a hot mess, guys. Anyway, I'm gonna let that set for a second. I'm gonna let that brow gel set for a second, and while I'm waiting for that, I'm gonna pull in the Danessa Myricks Groundwork palette. Have you guys seen the new one that she has coming out, like the blushy one? That looks really pretty. I'm very excited about it. So I'm gonna go in with the shade Chiseled, and I'm going to take my What's Up Beauty R102 brush and just go into the pomade. And you can use these like regular eyeshadow. I had a little bit of a learning curve with this, and I think that with this palette you have to be very conscious of the fact that this formula can be a little disorienting. I don't know if that's the right word for it. I hope that doesn't sound too harsh, because it's not necessarily a bad thing, but it took me a minute to get used to the formula, to be honest with you, because it was a little bit different than anything that I've used before. Danessa is known for her very unique take on makeup products and innovative formulas, and she just definitely defies the norm in a lot of ways, which I think is very exciting, because we tend to see a lot of brands repeat each other. I haven't personally seen this type of formula in this format, but I really do like this palette. As you can see, it's got some healthy digs in here. Sometimes I'll take my spatula and take a bit of the product out and apply it that way. This is definitely ideal for makeup artists. But as you can see, like, I'm able to take a regular brush and go in here. Like, you can do a lot with this palette. And I'm gonna go in with a slightly deeper shade. I'm gonna go ahead and take the shade Sculpted, and I'm gonna put that on the outer portion of the lid. And you can see it's very pigmented. It's very pigmented, and it's getting into the little creases and crevices very nicely. And what I love about this is you can take a variety of tools, and this is a multi-use palette. So I could take this shade and fill in my brows if I wanted to, but I'm gonna still use the LYS Beauty brow pencil once I feel like this brow gel has set down. And I'm just blending this out, and you can see it blends really, really nicely. And I'm gonna go back in and clean up, so I'm not too worried about how precise this is right now. It's really, really nice and really, really great neutrals for every day. I'm also going to use her newer Lightwork Volume 5 palette, guys. This is really, really gorgeous. It's such a beautiful palette. And ooh, I'm doing a lot of purple and a lot of blue. So maybe today, I think I'll go in with the green. I'm being inspired by my earrings. I'm gonna go in with this shade Abundant. My finger, and look at that. And I'm gonna just put that on the eye, guys. Oh my gosh. I shouldn't be surprised, because I've worn this before, but every time I put these colors on it, and I'm just putting that on over, and it works so nicely with groundwork. Like, they play well together. They're really good friends. Like, do you guys ever imagine like some of your makeup products that work well together? They're just buddies. They're just like, this is the dream team. This is the dream team over here. And I'm just swiping that, and it's just, the thing I like about it is, yes, it's different, yes, it's innovative, but you also don't need to think too hard. You just put the makeup on and make it work. And I love Danessa's style of makeup application, because she just goes for it. She just puts the products on. I appreciate all different styles of makeup application, because of course you have looks that do require more precision, you know, specific placement. But with Danessa's products, just put it on and go. Just put it on and go. I'm gonna take some more and just really build up that green, because it is just giving me all the green gorgeousness vibes. And then I'm gonna take a little bit of the shade Evolving, which is this kind of minty, shimmery shade, and I'm gonna put that right on top. Wow, how pretty. It just adds another dimension to the look. And I'm leaving this space blank here because I do want to put something else in that inner corner, and I'm trying to decide what I think is going to be light enough to do that. Ooh, guys, okay, so I'm pulling in, I gotta do it. I'm gonna pull in the Lightwork III. I don't think this one is available any longer, but she did bring it back briefly on TikTok. I think there was like a vault reopening, and guys, these sold out again so quickly. It sold out really quickly on the first release, and then so Polaris is the shade, and it's kind of like this cream texture. So I'm gonna actually dab this. Oh my, oh, wow, that is beautiful. That's stunning. And I'm just bringing that in, and it really is brightening the inner eye area. That is beautiful. So yeah, I'm a Danessa stan. I love her products. Love her products. And I love the innovation and the creativity that she brings to the makeup space. I'm going to go back in with a little bit of evolving to help the shade transition, and just set that one because it's a little emollient. So I'm just taking a little bit of evolving and tapping that on there, but it doesn't take away from the shine that I'm getting. And I'm going to take a little bit of enough here. Okay, and I'm going to take that on this part of the lid and tap that out. And we're just going in full color. We're having a good time with this. Okay, it's a little messy, but I'm just going back in and like playing with the colors and building them back up. And then I'm going to take my What's Up Beauty brush and blend this area out a little bit, the crease area. There's still a little bit of the original product on here, but I just want to try to diffuse this area because sometimes when you're poking and prodding with your fingers, you can lose a little bit of definition there. Okay, so let me clean this back up. Let me clean this up. I'll be right back. Okay, so I just did a little makeup wipe situation to clean around this area, and I'm gonna take my What's Up Beauty R111 brush. It's a very slim brush, and I'm gonna go in with the shade Tourmaline, which is the black in the Groundwork palette, and I'm gonna just go along the lash line, add a little bit of gentle definition. I don't want a harsh line. For years I have enjoyed just putting like a straight up like liquid liner on my lash line, and sometimes that works and other times it's a little more than I want. So I'm just taking a little bit of this, and I'm going to get a little bit of that product off on my shadow switch sponge, and I'm just very softly blending that out into the look, because I don't think I'm going to do I'm not going to do a particularly harsh liner with this look, but when I apply my lashes, if I don't have something darker near the lash line, I don't know if this happens to you guys, but I get that little gap and I don't really love how that looks. And you know, the thing about it is I feel fine doing this because if I need to, I can go back in with some of the other products and like reapply them. I think that it's okay to decide like, oh, I need a little bit more or a little bit less. Like you can play around with the colors in the application, because in person it's blending really nicely. I'm hoping you guys can see on camera what I'm seeing. I don't want the black to overpower the green, so I'm gonna go back in with just like a little touching up of the green shades, like especially over here. It's pretty. And I'm gonna go back in with Tourmaline and go under the eye with the same R111 brush. And I like this brush because it's a very thin brush and it's giving me a little smoke. Don't worry, we're going to diffuse this a little bit. I'm gonna probably take another pencil brush to pull this down a little bit, and I'm able to pull that up to the side and kind of almost do like a bottom wing type situation, like a reversed cat eye. And you know, it's no stress because guess what? You can always use makeup remover if something's a little bit too much. I'm going to take this Sigma Pencil E30 brush, just blend the edges of the tourmaline a little bit. It looks a little intense, but we're not going to stress about that. We're not going to stress. Okay, and it looks kind of crazy because I don't have eyebrows on yet, guys. Did you guys ever have a time when you just didn't think you needed eyebrows? Like I would do my whole makeup routine and not like, for a second think like, oh, I should fill in my eyebrows. So I have a couple of photos from the early 2000s where it's dark eyeliner, silvery shadow, and almost like non-existent brows because I felt like that just looked so good. So we're gonna go back in with the shade Abundant, that beautiful green. I wonder if she named it Abundant because of money, right? And we're gonna go in with our pencil brush over the black liner and build that up, and I'm getting this like beautiful green tint over my black base. And I will go back in and clean up again as need be because you can always put products back. You can never be afraid to reapply, start over if you must. So it's looking a little intense, but that's okay, I don't mind that. Really, I wish you guys could see this in person. And then I'm going to take a little bit of Evolving and put that right here as well. Okay, I'm going to clean this up and then we'll get to the brows. Okay, I said I was going to do the brows and I am going to get to that, but I want to take some of this Pat McGrath Under Eye Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Blurring Under Eye Powder, and I'm just taking this little Color Pop E15 brush, and I'm taking a little bit of this powder and setting under the eyes. And sometimes we have occasions where we need to bake, but this isn't one of them. I really do like this powder. I feel like some of Pat's more staple products have made a renaissance, especially after the Maison Margiela show, because they just work really well. I can't particularly speak to the innovation with like some of the color products, like the eyeshadow palettes. I think have been a lot. There's been a lot of repeating of things, so you know, I haven't really felt compelled to go really ham on some of those new releases, but I do find that I will like repurchase the staples. And this under eye powder is really nice. You can see it's mattifying, but it's not drying. And that's really what we are looking for as we age with an eye product. We want to set things and keep them in place, but we don't want it to look parched and dry. So we're going to go ahead now and go to the eyebrows. And I really like this brush. As you can see, they have a very fine tip on here. And I'm going to go in. This is kind of how I do my brow process. I thought about getting microblading done, but I just don't really want to risk doing more stuff to my face than I already do. I'm gonna try to like fill in the areas that maybe there's a little nakedness. I'm gonna actually, I feel like that's not the worst that I've done. That's not the worst that I've done. And to the credit of the brow product, I don't know why, like in the camera, this brow looks so different than it does in person. I don't know why. I struggle with the spatial awareness to make my eyebrows symmetrical. Okay, I think that's it for the brows, guys, but I want to get things moving. We're going to take this Lash Confidence mascara. It has a very nice curved wand. And this is a nice mascara. I can see it giving the lashes more definition. I did receive this one from the brand. I haven't used it a ton, but it is nice. But that's giving me some nice definition. I'm gonna go in to the bottom lashes. I like the wand. I'm pretty happy with the green on the eyes. I'm gonna let the mascara do its thing, and then we're gonna go in with the Danessa Myricks. Actually, you know what? I kind of want to use, I don't know if it's going to go with it, but I haven't used this blush yet, guys. This is the Danessa Myricks It Girl blush. This was the one that came in the holiday set with the balm, like the universal balm, which I already have the full size that I've opened, and I'm saving the smaller one for travel. And I haven't used this color yet, so we're going to use this together. And I'm just going in. This is another ColourPop brush. This is the F20. It's such a cute little brush, blush brush. I'm telling you, sometimes I have an easier time with the Invisalign than I've had. I've gotten more used to it, but sometimes I still stumble over my words a little bit, so I have to really enunciate. And this is so pretty. It's giving this pretty bright pink flush. I'm telling you guys, I'm so tempted by a lot of the new blushes that are coming out, but this hasn't even been used. And this came out during the holiday release season, which is what, like October, and we're in February now. So I see a lot of the new releases, and unless it's something that's like, oh my gosh, I have to have it, I'm like, I already have a ton of these shades, and a lot of them are produced by Black-owned brands as well, which is really cool. Going in with this color, it's so pretty. I love how these shades apply, and the thing about these is that they do have a good wear time. Yeah, I love the Danessa complexion products. They are long wearing, like they really hold up. They really hold up. So hopefully you can see how that's going on. In the wintertime, I struggle to look healthy and alive because I have a very yellow undertone, and my running joke to myself, and this is because I'm self-deprecating, not because I don't like myself, but I always joke I look a little jaundiced because I'm like very yellow. But this is bringing me some much needed color to my face, and I really, really like it. Okay, so we have done most of the face. I haven't really powdered my face, so I'm gonna go ahead and do that. I'm gonna go in with a little bit of the Pat McGrath. This is her Skin Fetish Sublime Perfection Setting Powder, and I'm just gonna go in with a little bit of that to control some of the shine, especially in this area. And I don't like to do too much, guys, because I don't need to look desiccated. I just need enough to cover up some of those oily spots that happen, and this is really good at controlling that shine. The older I've gotten, the less powder I have been putting on my face, especially for just regular wear. Now, if I know I'm going to be out all day somewhere hot, like when it gets hot in Maryland and very humid, I do tend to use more powder. But in the wintertime, I have a different routine for applying powder. It's just a lot less, and that way my skin just suffers a little bit less, because it does tend to get really dry in the wintertime. Now my lips are looking a little parched, okay, so I'm gonna just put a little touch of the Speak Easy Glossy Lip Treatment Oil, like just a little dab on here. This is really nice. Now comes the challenging part. So we have lips. I have this green eye, and I'm always doing the most nude neutral lip, but I love the lip pencils from LYS. They're really nice. Pat has some nice ones. I'm gonna be boring and basic today, guys. I'm gonna go in with this shade Soulful. This is one of my favorite lip pencils, and even though this is even shaped like a little triangle too, but it still works with a regular sharpener. And I'm gonna line my lips with the Soulful shade. Super smooth. And we're gonna take one of the lipsticks that LYS has. This is the shade Dreamer. Such a gorgeous nude. And I like that these are very slim. It's very elegant. So Soulful and Dreamer together. Such a pretty nude combo. And these are very creamy, very comfortable formula. That's really pretty. But I want to add like a little something something. So I'm going to go ahead and put a little bit of Optimistic in here, just to add some color. I think it's nice to be able to mix and match. Yeah, that's good. I didn't want to do this totally by itself because it might be a little bit too pink, but yeah, that's making my lips look alive. It's making my lips look alive. I think Soulful, I'm sorry, not Soulful, but Dreamer by itself with a smoky eye, oh my gosh, that will be absolutely amazing. I think then the last thing I want to do is like a little highlighting situation. So I'm going to take my Pat McGrath Divine Rose highlighter, and I have my What's Up Beauty R201 brush, and I'm going to just put that on there. And I love this highlighter because it's very smooth. Some highlighters, they look a little gritty when you apply them, to be honest, especially the super sparkly ones. This is a very smooth formula, and it just, you know, gives you a little bit of light. And what I'm also going to do, I'm going to take just a regular ColourPop brush. I'm going to take a little bit of the highlighter, and I'm going to add it to the brow bone. This is something I really like to do. If you have the space to do this, it's just really nice. It just gives a little gleam, a little bit of shine. I think it looks really, really nice to add a little bit of highlighter to this area. Oh yeah, I really like that. I really like that. Okay guys, I'm going to put some lashes on, and yeah, we'll talk about this finished look. I am back. This is the finished look. I did a couple of things off camera. All I did in the waterline was add this Kaleidos multi-chrome liner. This is, oh my gosh, I can't even see the name of it. It's so tiny. This is L05. I'm pretty sure that there's a name for this, but I will put it in the description box. And I put on these beautiful lashes from True Beauty Lashes. They did send these to me. These are called As You Were Saying, and they are like so pretty and just very feminine and flirty. They're like a little bit on the longer side, but I really like the style. So thank you to True Beauty Lashes for sending these my way. Yeah, this is the completed look, full face of Black owned beauty brands. I think the only thing, again, that wasn't a Black owned brand is the liner, the lashes, and the eye primer. But everything else I was able to pull in brands that I love and stand by and use on a regular everyday basis. And I'm really happy with this look. Guys, if you can get your hands on this one during the next Sephora sale, this palette is absolutely stunning, as is the Groundwork palette. Such a great base. Like, these two palettes work together. So you know that when the pinky blushy one that I saw peaked on Trend Mood comes out, like, I'm definitely going to be grabbing that one. I am really happy with how this look came out. Let me know, are these brands new to you? I'm pretty sure most of us have heard of Pat. I'm pretty sure Danessa is pretty well known. LYS Beauty is one of those brands that has just really started to kind of take over. I think that brand's maybe like 3 years old now, you know, growing in Sephora. And I would love for LYS to come to Ulta, because Ulta has a real reward system. So we'll see. My fingers crossed. I'm sure that would be amazing. But anyway, yeah, let me know, what are some of your favorite Black owned beauty brands, products, all of that good stuff. I am just really happy with how this look came out, and hopefully this was fun for you and you enjoyed this video. Thank you guys so much for hanging out with me today. I hope that you will consider subscribing to my channel. That would be fantastic to have you join my community. Please make sure to like this video and say hi in the comments. I love hearing from you guys. It's so fun hearing from you and hearing your thoughts and perspectives on different products and different makeup application techniques, that kind of thing. It really does mean a lot to me, and I sincerely appreciate it. I will see you guys in the next video, and happy Black History Month. Bye.